All right, so get ready because we are cracking open a treasure chest of occult knowledge straight from the source. It's about the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn,
Oh, yeah.
their history, their teachings, you name it.
Absolutely.
And our guide for this deep dive is none other than one of its founders,
Right.
W. Westcott.
That's right.
But don't think for a second this is going to be some boring history lecture.
No.
Think ancient Egypt.
Oh, wow.
Wisdom of the Kabbalah,
Yeah.
with the little Rosicrucian mystery sprinkled in for good measure.
Little dash.
So yeah, buckle up because we're going deep.
Westcott really lays the foundation in this lecture.
Yeah.
It's not like he's just like, hey, look at us. We made this cool new group.
Right.
He very carefully puts the Golden Dawn into this, like, lineage of occultism
Okay.
that goes back centuries.
Interesting.
In fact, he points to the deaths of some really major figures in the occult world,
Okay.
like Eliphas Levi, Kenneth R.H. Mackenzie.
Now, those names ring a bell. I feel like we've come across them before.
Big names.
Yeah.
As the reason the Golden Dawn pops up when it does.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Is he saying their deaths somehow, like, created this void
Yeah.
that the Golden Dawn was meant to fill?
Yeah.
That's a pretty bold statement.
It is.
Makes you wonder, what
Yeah.
kind of knowledge are we talking about here?
Absolutely.
Why was it so important to keep this tradition alive?
Exactly. Yeah. And that's really the core question, right?
Okay.
Westcott believed these figures held a very particular type of occult knowledge,
Right.
something practical, something experiential,
Okay.
directly inherited from these, like, older traditions,
So not just theoretical stuff.
not just book learning.
Okay.
He even goes as far as saying that the Golden Dawn got teachings directly from the Rosicrucians.
Really?
He mentions Christian Rosencreuz,
Hmm.
the supposed founder,
Right?
and Valentine Andrea, who wrote about them.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Rosicrucians.
Now we're talking.
That's where things get really interesting.
Yes.
Weren't they all about, like, hidden knowledge and these secret societies?
Totally.
Didn't they have that famous text, the Fama Fraternitatis?
They did. And it's not just some random book.
Right.
The Fama Fraternitatis kind of laid out their whole world view.
Okay.
This idea of a hidden brotherhood dedicated to, like, spiritual and scientific enlightenment, using all these symbols and allegories
Okay.
to get their teachings across.
Right.
And that was hugely influential on later groups.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the Golden Dawn.
So they're picking up this torch of secret knowledge passed down from generations of Rosicrucians.
Right.
But where did the Rosicrucians get it from?
Yeah.
Westcott seems to think it goes even further back.
Way further back.
Yeah.
Westcott was convinced that the real source was ancient Egypt
Wow.
and the Hebrew Kabbalah.
Okay.
He even claims that Moses was initiated into Egyptian mysteries.
Whoa. Wait,
Yeah.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Moses, like the guy who parted the Red Sea, he was an occultist.
That's what Westcott is suggesting.
Okay, my mind is blown.
Yeah.
So are we saying the roots of Western religion are all tied up with ancient magic?
That's a pretty radical idea.
It is.
He even mentions the Eleusinian mysteries
Right?
in ancient Greece.
Mm-hmm.
But he claims they were just a cheap knockoff of the real deal Egyptian magic.
Interesting.
He specifically talks about this phrase, cox om pax,
Okay.
used in the Eleusinian mysteries.
Oh.
And he says the Greeks didn't even know what it really meant.
Wow.
He claims it's actually like a corrupted version of ancient Egyptian words of power,
Interesting.
kept secret for centuries.
Okay, so we're talking about a line of secret knowledge
Yes,
from the ancient Egyptians through the Rosicrucians to the Golden Dawn.
that's the lineage.
Yeah.
Right.
But what did the Golden Dawn actually do with this knowledge?
Right.
Like, what was their setup? How are they structured?
So Westcott describes this very structured system, almost like leveling up in a video game. 3 orders.
Okay.
You got the first order for beginners with 4 grades to work through.
Okay.
Then the second order
Yeah.
for adepts, those who could initiate others
Right.
with 3 grades.
Okay.
And then finally, this like super secretive third order
Ooh, mysterious.
representing the highest level,
Right.
governing the whole system.
It sounds a little bit like an occult university.
Yeah.
But what's with all the orders and grades?
Well-
Was that just to be exclusive?
It goes deeper than that.
Okay.
Westcott links it directly to the Kabbalah.
Really?
He says the 3 orders mirror the 10 emanations,
Okay.
known as the Sephiroth.
Right.
So you're not just learning random stuff. You're progressing through a system that reflects the entire universe.
Wow. Okay.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're taking these ancient mystical concepts,
Yes.
building a whole system of spiritual development around them.
Hey.
But wasn't the Golden Dawn also known for its Christian influences?
That's right.
It seems a little odd.
It can seem that way at first.
Yeah.
Westcott mentions this concept of Tiferet,
Okay.
which is central to Kabbalah,
Right.
but also has these deep connections to Christian mysticism,
Okay.
representing Christ as a mediator between humanity and the divine.
Hold on. So we're mixing ancient Egyptian magic, Jewish mysticism, and Christian ideas.
It's quite a blend.
That's a lot to unpack.
It is.
Where was Westcott giving this lecture?
Right.
Was this just to a small, secret group?
Actually, he was talking to the Isis Urania temple,
Okay.
one of several active temples within the Golden Dawn.
Oh, there were multiple temples.
There were others, like the Hermanubis temple and the Licht Libra temple.
What was that one?
He says it was made up of continental mystics.
Continental mystics.
Yeah.
Now that sounds interesting.
Right.
I'm picturing these secret meetings in European castles.
I know, right?
But if there were all these different temples,
Yeah.
was the Golden Dawn the only group doing this kind of thing?
Not at all.
Okay.
Westcott actually compares the Golden Dawn to another group,
Okay.
the Rosicrucian Society,
Mm-hmm.
led by Robert Wentworth. Yeah,
Sure.
let me tell you,
Yeah.
he is not a fan.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the issue?
Too many robes,
Uh-huh.
secret handshakes.
Maybe?
No, it's something much bigger.
What is it?
Their exclusion of women.
Oh, really?
He's appalled by it.
Good for him.
He points out that women have always been part of occult traditions.
Right?
He cites figures like Purnell,
Okay.
wife of the famous alchemist Nicholas Flamel,
Yeah.
and Martine Berthereau, a 17th century alchemist
Okay.
who worked alongside her husband.
I mean, come on. Excluding women from a path to true wisdom and perfect happiness.
Right.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he doesn't stop there.
Okay.
He name drops other influential women in occultism.
Like who?
Deanna Kingsford, Madame Blavatsky,
Oh, yeah, of course.
the founder of the Theosophical Society.
Big name.
Huge.
Yeah.
He's basically saying,
Yeah.
hey, Rosicrucian Society, get with the times.
Catch up.
Yeah.
It's like he's saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But was there any connection between these groups
Right.
besides, their interest in occultism?
Sure.
There were definitely overlaps, connections,
Okay.
but also rivalries, tensions.
Oh, I see.
Think of it like different branches of a family tree,
Hmm.
sharing a common ancestry, but developing their own unique beliefs.
Okay.
Westcott even mentions William Robert Woodman,
Okay.
who had a role in a group called the Societas Rosicruciana in Anglia.
Okay.
He seems to be hinting at this complex web
Yeah.
of relationships between all these occult groups.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's fascinating how these threads are woven together.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's Westcott's final take
Okay.
on the relationship between the Golden Dawn and other groups? Especially the Theosophical Society, which was becoming pretty popular
Yes.
at the time.
Yes.
So,
Well, despite their differences,
okay.
Westcott stresses that they have a shared goal,
Okay.
guiding people towards spiritual enlightenment. He even says these societies offer a path
Yeah.
to true wisdom and perfect happiness.
True wisdom and perfect happiness.
Yeah.
Now, those are some pretty big claims.
They are.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's where the real mystery begins.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've learned that the Golden Dawn wasn't just some random group.
No.
They had their roots in these centuries-old traditions,
Absolutely.
claiming a lineage from the ancient Egyptians
Right.
and the Rosicrucians,
Uh-huh.
all leading towards true wisdom and perfect happiness.
Big goals.
Right.
Yeah.
But what did that actually look like in practice?
Yeah.
What were their teachings?
Well, Westcott doesn't give away all the secrets, of course.
Right.
But he does mention rituals and secrets
Ooh.
that were used to instruct members
Okay.
in the ancient methods of the order.
Rituals and secrets.
Yeah.
Now you're speaking my language.
I thought you might like that.
Are we talking robes, symbols,
Oh, yeah.
hidden chambers, maybe a secret handshake or two?
You're getting the vibe.
Okay.
We know symbols, allegory, dramatic enactments, all key parts of their rituals
Oh.
and how they transmitted knowledge.
So it wasn't just about reading old books.
Well,
They were actually engaging with these teachings on a much deeper level.
exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
quite a contrast to our modern education system.
It is.
Hands-on learning, ancient rituals, unlocking this hidden wisdom.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like an adventure.
It was, in a way.
Okay, so...
And this emphasis on experience and symbolism connects right back to those Egyptian mysteries that we were talking about. Rituals were at the heart of their spiritual development, and the Golden Dawn was tapping into that power.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
But did it work?
Good question.
I mean, did all this lead to, like, genuine spiritual insights and transformations?
It's hard to say for sure.
Yeah.
But look at the kind of people that the Golden Dawn attracted.
Okay.
Brilliant minds, creative individuals, people who felt that conventional religion or philosophy wasn't giving them the whole picture.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You've got writers like W.B. Yeats, Arthur Maiden.
Yeah.
Even Aleister Crowley was involved for a bit.
That's right.
These weren't exactly shrinking violets.
No, they weren't. They made huge contributions in their fields.
They did.
Yeah.
So think about that. Whether or not we can actually measure the impact of their teachings, they clearly had a big influence on the lives of their members.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Some really profound ways.
So can we learn anything from the Golden Dawn today?
That's the question, right?
Like, is any of this relevant to us in the 21st century?
I think there's definitely something there.
Okay.
One thing that stands out is their focus on symbolism and ritual.
Okay.
It reminds us that knowledge isn't just about facts.
Right.
It's about engaging with ideas on a deeper level, experientially.
Oh, okay.
Connecting with them in a way that resonates with your whole being.
So it's like the difference between reading about a beautiful place and actually going there.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And don't forget their emphasis on personal transformation through this structured system.
Right.
It reminds us that there are paths we can follow, tools we can use to understand ourselves and the universe better.
Like a roadmap for spiritual exploration.
Yes.
A guidebook to unlock our potential.
I like that.
Yeah.
And even if we don't agree with all their beliefs, their dedication to seeking knowledge and self-discovery is something we can all appreciate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Their story reminds us to keep exploring, to keep pushing the boundaries of what we know and who we can become.
Definitely.
There are always new depths to discover in our search for meaning and understanding, maybe even a little magic along the way.
I like it.
Right.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up this part, let's go back to those big promises. True wisdom.
Yes.
And perfect happiness. Pretty lofty concepts.
They are.
Right.
But I think they point to something really essential
Yeah.
about what it means to be human.
Like what?
Think about it.
Okay.
We all want a sense of purpose, fulfillment, meaning, connection.
Right.
And the Golden Dawn, in their own way, offered a way to find those things.
So a path to find your place in the universe. Unlock your true potential. Live a life filled with meaning and purpose.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
And even if their methods aren't for everyone,
Right.
their search for true wisdom and perfect happiness speaks to this universal yearning.
It does.
That's still relevant today.
Absolutely.
It really makes you wonder how those ideas translate to modern life.
Right.
Like, what would that wisdom and happiness look like today?
That is the question, isn't it?
It is.
And maybe it's one we each have to answer for ourselves.
Okay.
We can draw inspiration from the Golden Dawn, but ultimately we forge our own paths.
I love that.
Yeah.
But before I move on,
Yeah.
something's been bugging me.
Okay.
We've talked about secrecy, initiation.
Right.
This idea of knowledge being revealed gradually. Doesn't that create a sense of elitism? Like, these teachings are only for a select few.
It's a valid concern.
Yep.
And it's a tension you find in a lot of esoteric traditions.
Right.
On the one hand,
Yeah.
there's this desire to protect the knowledge
Okay.
from misuse.
Right.
But on the other hand,
Yeah.
shouldn't wisdom be shared with those who truly seek it?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a balancing act.
It is.
Honoring tradition
Yeah.
while making these teachings accessible
Right.
to a wider audience.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's a challenge a lot of groups.
Okay.
still face today.
Makes you wonder how the Golden Dawn's teachings might have evolved if they'd been more open and inclusive from the start.
That's a fascinating thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even ancient traditions can change and grow.
They can.
Right.
Yeah.
Responding to the needs of each new generation.
Absolutely.
Wow, it's incredible how much we've uncovered.
I know, right?
And we haven't even gotten to their rituals and practices yet.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole other deep dive for another time.
Yeah. Welcome back for the final part of our Golden Dawn deep dive. It feels like we've been on this incredible journey.
I know, right?
Through centuries of occult history.
Absolutely.
We've uncovered secret societies, ancient wisdom, even a little magic along the way.
It's been quite a ride.
It has.
Yeah.
We've explored their origins, their claims of lineage.
Right.
That structured system.
Yeah.
Key figures. Even the role of women in occultism.
Definitely.
There's one thing Westcott said that really stuck with me.
Okay.
His statement that the Golden Dawn and groups like the Theosophical Society, despite their differences, shared a common goal. He talked about offering a path to true wisdom and perfect happiness.
It's a powerful phrase.
It is.
Yeah.
And those words have been echoing in my mind ever since.
I can see why.
It makes you wonder,
Yeah.
what did Westcott actually mean by true wisdom?
That's the question. Was it just about occult knowledge?
Right.
Or was there something more to it?
I think for him, true wisdom
Yeah.
was about this deep understanding of the universe, the nature of reality, your place within it.
Okay.
It wasn't just about collecting facts, but developing a real inner knowing, a connection to something bigger than yourself.
So expanding consciousness, seeing the world and ourselves in a totally new way.
Precisely.
Okay.
And this true wisdom, according to him, leads to perfect happiness.
Perfect happiness.
Now, I don't think he meant a life without challenges, but rather this state of inner peace and fulfillment that comes from aligning yourself with the cosmic order, with the flow of existence.
So finding that sense of harmony and purpose we all crave.
That feeling of being in the right place at the right time, doing what you're meant to do.
Beautifully put.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And while the Golden Dawn's approach might not be for everyone, their pursuit of true wisdom and perfect happiness speaks to this universal human desire.
It does. It's a reminder that there's always more to learn, more to discover about ourselves and the world. That journey of self-discovery, it never really ends.
It doesn't.
And that's maybe the most valuable lesson
I think so.
we can take from this whole deep dive. Whether or not we agree with everything they believed, their dedication to knowledge and self-transformation can inspire us to go on our own journeys.
Absolutely.
To seek our own true wisdom. And create our own version of perfect happiness, right?
Yes, exactly.
The quest for meaning and fulfillment, it's a personal one.
It is.
It's about finding what resonates with you. And having the courage to follow that path wherever it may lead.
I love that.
So to our listeners, we leave you with this.
Okay.
What does true wisdom and perfect happiness mean to you?
Good question.
What are you seeking in your own life? And what can you do today to move closer to that vision?
Keep exploring. Keep questioning. Keep seeking. The answers are out there. Just waiting to be discovered.
Love it.
And who knows?
You
might even find a little magic along the way.
What a perfect way to end this deep dive.
I agree.
Thank you all for joining us on this exploration into the fascinating world of the Golden Dawn.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep seeking.
Keep learning.
Keep diving deep.